My heart is pounding. My heart is pounding. Can we not? Can we stop? In a compassionate way? In a compassionate way? Can you fucking stop? Hey, I guess this is my intro video. I have seen Jill's. I've watched a lot of other people's and other systems online, so I'm gonna try and do this. I feel very, very uncomfortable, but I am happy today. I'm surprisingly happy. I really like the way that the body looks today. I feel like this is the closest we can get, and I don't know, I'm really happy and grateful. Jill helped a lot. So anyway, hi. Yeah, my name is JERRICK, and I am the co-host of the system that's up in here. So I have been around since the body was, I think, 13, 14 era. It's all a blur. And I'm here to do my Meet the Altar. What is your name? I just said that. My name is JERRICK. A lot of people call me Jer. I thought that we made it up. It was a name that I didn't just like come with. We kind of had to search for one. My name almost became something similar to a person tied to trauma. The names that were coming naturally to me, there were like 2 or 3 names I had that kind of felt right. We realized, oh shit, these are all really similar to not an abuser, but someone really, really who traumatized us in the past. So that's where we pivoted, and I went, oh wait, shit, I don't want to have any ties to that person. Not out of hatred, just out of moving on. So that's when I turned to Jill and I kind of asked to like workshop it a bit, and we came up with JERRICK. I think I heard it in Star Trek or something. And I found out recently it's Jinx Monsoon's real name. My age, so with dissociative identity disorder, I didn't do the whole preamble explaining the disorder. I assume if you've made it here, you know what DID is and what an alter is. But also you might just be on Pixie's channel and not know what's going on, so I should explain a little bit. So basically in DID, parts can have kind of felt internal ages, and these ages can be completely symbolic. They can represent kind of the cognitive like level, the kind of intelligence, the social skill. Like we have a 4 to 6 year old part who very, very much acts like a 4, 5, 6 year old, and I split off at 13. And my felt age ever since then has been in another little ballpark of 14 to 16. In the past couple of months, our system has had a lot of changes, and a lot of changes particularly pertaining to me. I split off a part. It's our first split since 2019, November, which was Cliff. That was our most recent split until I split Jax, a social protector, because I was having a very, very, very difficult time and going through some other traumas, whatever. Don't want to talk about that too much, but basically in the last 2 months, I feel like, I don't know how to describe this, because like, how do you tell if you're 16 or 17? Like, what is the difference really between the emotional maturity or intelligence or whatever of like if you're 16 or 17, maybe 18. But I really feel like I might have aged up, or just that my age range maybe might be like 14 to 17 now. I don't know. We've been going through some shit, and I've been actually living and going to therapy and experiencing things. And I do have like a birthday that we figured out, which was April 17th, which we all forgot about. So I wasn't even mad. It was literally 4:20 when we realized, wait, shit, I think it was my birthday. I was like, I'm not even mad at you guys, because I didn't remember. I forgot that we did that. So yeah, that's the DID age significance ramble. I don't know how any of this works either. I just exist. My height internally, I am a little bit taller than Jill. I don't know if I could say it in like a number amount. I feel like I'm just like slightly taller than Jill. Pronouns and gender identity. My pronouns, I've gone from he, they to he, him. I think I really prefer he, him. Gender identity is another whole thing. I experience a lot of gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia, and also like a ton of eating disorder. So like the way I have viewed this body has always been extremely, extremely, extremely complicated and painful. We're gonna have to put lots of trigger warnings on the very start of this video. But I am somewhere between like a trans guy and a non-binary AFAB person who is extremely masculine and identifies like a he, him AFAB person. I feel AFAB, but trans in some way from that. Please correct me if it is like appropriative or not okay to identify as trans as just a part. I haven't talked a lot with people online about that ever, so I don't know. Let me know if I should correct my terminology there, but I experience dysphoria all the time. It's why I'm really having a hard time looking even at the camera or the viewfinder. It's why it took me way, way, way more weeks than we thought it would for me to film this. It's really, it's hard. It's a lot. It's really hard. It's really hard. Like even now I'm just like, okay, I look like a weird, slightly like chubby girl version of me. Great. Great. It looks like Jill is doing a cosplay of me. Cool. Like, sorry to be like self-hating, but this is my video and it's just me and that's what I am. What is my role in the system? I am originally a persecutor, and I identify, I guess, as a persecutor protector. Jack split off of me, so she is specifically social protector and also sexual protector, because I'm asexual. I don't think I said that in, is there sexuality? No, we're not talking about that, I guess, but I am asexual, I'm sex repulsed. I split off from dealing with sexual assault, so yeah, I exist to not with that. Pun not intended, but okay. Jill is like, how can you not laugh after saying that? Don't come for me. So yeah, persecutor, protector, struggling a lot with persecutory symptoms and intrusions and behaviors like self-harm and like negative BPD or problematic BPD symptoms. But yeah, trying, going to therapy and talking to everyone else in the brain so that we're not just at war. Are you an apparently normal part, an emotional part, or both? I am an emotional part. You can tell by the fact that I'm barely able to just like have a video. I am able to feel a full range of emotions. Like I was really happy. I was actually smiling after I looked in the mirror when Jill was helping us do our makeup. And I was like, oh shit. I mean, I wish we did the eyebrow thing. I like my pointy eyebrows. See? Ugh, yeah, that helps. I really appreciate the effort, you know? So I can feel joy, I can feel like friendship, love, I can feel excitement. I'm gonna go see My Chemical Romance in the fall and I am just so fucking excited for that. I feel a lot of anger, I feel a lot of sadness, I feel a lot of anxiety, and I'm often operating on a trauma response, but you know, therapy and identifying that has been helping me to not just like fucking while out. When about did you split? I just talked about that. I split when we were 13. And it's probably the most like obvious and clear-cut split like of our entire system and our entire life. It's like we were abused, badly, traumatized, hugely, at like a huge turning point in our lives, graduating elementary school, and starting middle school. So yeah, it was very, very clear that I split off right there and then for that purpose, to keep us alive. Do you remember much of your life before diagnosis / system discovery? I can now, looking back, definitely. We can pinpoint areas, especially looking back on photos. It's really, really f***ing bizarre. I have a lot of memories of going to local like punk and hardcore shows. I have a lot of memories of doing roller derby with my mom. I have a lot of memories of being in my bedroom and being mentally ill and sad and writing in sketchbooks. All those sketchbooks are in that cabinet, and I'm waiting for the day where I have the heart to fucking open them and see what is in there. I was thinking about making a video on it because I bet there's some like crazy plural nuggets in there, because I remember that. That was me. That was me writing the sad My Chemical Romance poetry on the floor. But also I worry that it would just be insanely triggering. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a page that has like writing in blood on it, so I don't know. I was a very specific breed of, I was more punk. I just say emo now these days, but who cares? I remember the days when I was hosting a lot more. Oh, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, duh. That explains why my split is one of the most severe and clear in our system, because literally I was hosting for a while, and that's why I'm co-host today. So Jillian obviously was like born into the body, and she was host. Host is like the, for us, our definition is it's the main personality that lives most of the life, that's out most often. So for about 3 years from when I split until the start of high school, I was the main host of the system. So I remember those days a lot more clearly. And I think the reason why I ended up coming back in, again, it's all putting together puzzle pieces of the past. I ended up in the psych ward for 5 days. I was admitted, and I was actually in there because of my eating disorder. I was really severely anorexic and bulimic, and I was in there because they were like, please eat. And I ended up getting psych eval there. They said, you have anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and a lot of borderline traits. And I said, thanks. I got put on medication and I came back home, and I can't remember it, you know, day by day clearly, but Jill ended up fronting again and being the main host. Our style drastically changed. She soon after that started the YouTube channel. Maybe a year or something after that, not crazy soon. She got way back into musical theater again. I had actually left it for a couple years. She went back in. She did her high school musicals. She was into Lolita fashion. So both Jill and I were around at both times. You know, she didn't go dormant and I didn't go dormant. It's not like she disappeared for 3 years, but I took on the main day-to-day, like living the main percentage of the life for about 3 years there, and now it's still her. But I am definitely the second most out still, so we call me co-host. Especially because we both, our memories are so intertwined, because I did live those 3 years mostly. It just makes sense for us to be kind of like a duo. What do you look like inside? Oh god. Okay. So, fuck. I have like such a huge, like I was talking about, huge amount of dysphoria. And like just don't relate to this face, don't relate to this body. This is our illustration of me. I look mostly like this. Body-wise, definitely tall, lanky, gangly. I really want these Trip New York City pants. I think we're gonna make a pair because the brand is not ethical and they're really hard to find. These are the lime green bondage pants. Don't even get me started. Actually, they're not quite the lime green bondage pants, but they're heavily inspired. Anyway, can you tell that I'm nervous because I deflected and just talked about the pants forever? When I was host for those few years, I did actually end up shaving our hair into a mohawk. And it was lime green for a bit. It was also like orange and blue and red. Anyway, fun days. I miss that sometimes. Oh, there's also several pickaroos we have done because pickaroos are, I think, DID and trans culture. So here's some pickaroos if you want. Nicknames for you from system mates or others outside the system. Jer definitely is a big one. Jill calls me Jer Bear. I don't love that. I'm a little bit like, she says, what is it, tsundere? I don't know. You know, I'll admit that I get called like a Jer Bear, but I'm not happy about it. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Don't talk to me. When I was getting ready for this video, Jill was in my ear and she said something. I said something about how I don't like my face from any angle that isn't just dead on, and she says, well then don't look at your face from that angle, crazy frog. I was like, don't call me crazy frog just because I'm green. Oh my god. Stop. Interests. Music, roller derby, drag, fashion. I am quite interested in alternative fashion. I was kind of shadowing Jill the other day and we were working on a piece for a drag look, like pattern drafting it, like shit from college. So we've been working to kind of transfer some memory because I do not have all of the knowledge that she does from college. But I really, you know, I've done a couple sketches. My sketches, I might put them here, they're really messy. They're very frantic. They're very different from Jill's. I want to do fashion so that I have cool clothes to wear because being fast fashion free is like a system-wide rule that I do respect and I get. I feel like also like if we were vegan or something, I feel like that's something the whole system would have to probably respect and like all agree on. So our whole system is fast fashion free, meaning that like, because I just kind of became like, oh, hi, I am aware of my own existence. I'm trying to like acquire a wardrobe that is nice and feels like me, and I feel like I'm doing, you know, I'm happy with it. Honestly, it's not that hard. This we got from a local vintage shop called Bellwether. This is also from Bellwether and they're locally printed. This is literally a dog tag. This is an old, this Jill has worn many times for many years and I dyed it black. We worked on this together. I also like to crochet. So yeah, I am also interested in doing like crochet and fashion stuff in very different ways than Jill. I really want to get back into roller skating, if not for derby explicitly. I think Jill and our friends were talking about learning, and she was going to teach them, so I might hop in on some of that action. I really want to get back out there with the skates. Oh, the next one is hobbies, and I feel like those are hobbies. But like a hobby, like a thing that I just like to do when I'm out, like if I just front and I'm like, what do I do? I always put on my music and I just try and enjoy it in whatever the best capacity is. Whether it's to do like a makeup look, pretty much just so I have the excuse to sit down for like 40 minutes and listen to an album. I do like to dance around the townhouse to my music. I don't care if that's embarrassing. It's probably the main thing I like to do. And if I want to sing super loud, or if I'm like emotional and about to freak out and scream, but in a safe enough way that I can get into a car. One of my favorite things to do is drive on the highway. New Brunswick is beautiful, it's kind of gross, it's like sickeningly gorgeous, and I will like sing, scream La Dispute and Will Wood and My Chemical Romance, and it is just everything. Those are the moments when I can like just feel my soul ascend. That's when I'm at my peak, my true self. Hate that, but true. Favorite music? Okay, yeah, I've been waiting for this one. Okay. Number one favorite band is probably Will Wood and the Tapeworms. It was My Chemical Romance, but I have to say it for sure has to be Will Wood. Our friend introduced them to us probably not even a year ago, and I can't even put into words how much the lyrics fucking speak to me and how much I resonate with them. My Chemical Romance, absolutely, if not tied for my favorite band, our second favorite. They have got me through so much, and I know that's the most stereotypical like emo person thing to say. I'm sitting here with heavy eyeliner and like green and black hair saying My Chemical Romance saved my life. Shut the fuck up. But for real, I can't believe that I'm going to go see them in the fall. It's still not even real to me. It's gonna be a religious experience for sure. La Dispute is another one of my absolute favorite bands. I wish I could just tie these all for number one. They are. I just did it. I made the rules. La Dispute is so important to me. So fucking important to me. I also really like Muse. Muse has so many different sounds. You can find so many different genres in there. I think someone in the questions asked what my favorite Muse album is, so I'm gonna save that for them. But yeah, I also enjoy a bunch of Muse. Clothing style, green. Favorite social media accounts and creators, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I'm so bad at remembering usernames. It's either Cemetery Boy or Cemetery Dog on TikTok. I really love them. I love Dreg. I like a bit of Curtis Connor. I love Charlie, Moist Critical. Oh, I really love watching anything about tattoos. I have a love-hate relationship with the Inked magazine YouTube channel. I was watching them this morning too. Oh, Jessica Kent is awesome. I feel like I'm absolutely forgetting things that I'm going to like scream at myself for later, so I'm gonna ask Jill to put them in here. I might try and edit some of this so that I keep it true to my own like voice. I don't know, I feel like if she edits it, she might cut out things that I would have kept in. Not in a hateful way, but just in a stylistic editing change way. Anything else you want people to know? This has been very weird. This has been very weird and very difficult, and I was happy to do it, but wow. This is... Maybe it'll get easier with time. I mean, I've made TikToks before. I don't know. There's something different about having the full ring light out and like, I don't know. There's something about the ring light is making this so much more intimidating. But anyway, people are really sweet. And people have been really sweet to me. Anytime anyone tweets me and like calls me by my name, I'm always like, oh, God, they know I'm a person. I know it like literally says it in my bio, and like it's just the oh my God, people know I'm real and they know I'm here and they know I'm a person. Never seems to fade away ever. And again, also I got diagnosed in November and I've been out since November, so hasn't been that long. I accidentally posted asking for Q&A questions for a second time because Jill did it after she posted hers, I think, but she did it on my account but with her emoji. Anyway, I forgot. So I have 2 batches of Q&A questions. We'll see how many we get through. Sweet Bestie Soph asks, if you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Mr. Capgrass. It's my favorite song, and I don't know any Will Wood title to its full extent. Mr. Capgrass encounters a secondhand vanity. Just proved myself wrong. Because it sounds like it was written about the inside of my mind. I'm gonna have to look up the lyrics before I put this part in it. I don't care. Let me be emo. I love you. Casey Pablo asks, what is it like living with Stevie? And Stevie replied, he definitely does not take advantage of my epic wardrobe. Okay, yeah. Okay, like I said, we are fast fashion free as a body, and I'm trying to feel comfortable. So there definitely were a couple of occasions where I borrowed Stevie's epic wardrobe, as they have so eloquently put. Stevie's wonderful. Stevie's great. Yeah, we have a cool, like, roommate friendship situation. We play Smash sometimes. I enjoy watching a good program. Actually, we watch a lot of movies together that Jill can't stomach. So that's a cool thing that we can do together. And again, being someone who experiences like a lot of trauma constantly, like from being a trauma holding part, you know what I mean? Being an emotional part, a trauma holder, and like a DID part that's specifically formed for that. It's not always the easiest, so I really appreciate all their patience with me in helping me even when I'm having a severe mental health crisis. They have been very, very great. So, yeah. Fruitus Lupus, how much swag do you have? Very important. You guys are funny. A couple of people asked if I have a drag name. My drag name is Melanie Swells. It's my username. Does JERRICK like The Cure? I love The Cure. I can't believe I forgot to mention The Cure. That's a band that I definitely should have said are in my favorite bands. Does mental health stuff BPP, Boston Pizza Disorder? Jill. First of all, what's piss order? Does mental health stuff, BPD, etc. affect the alters differently? Yes, hugely, hugely, hugely. So yeah, the way that mental health disorders work with DID, again, to my understanding, not trying to be educational, but pretty much the whole body has the diagnoses, and then it's just kind of how they manifest and how they show and how they trickle down into the different parts. Trickle down system economics. I don't even know what that means. So like I've said so many times, I struggle with a lot more of the like severe like borderline anger, jealousy. I feel hurt and like slighted more by things that like Jill has learned. Jill has learned and kind of matured and gone through therapy that has helped her to recognize borderline symptoms and stuff and ration with them and then not act them out. I don't quite have that. I see her logic and I get it and I know that that's correct, but I just don't have that good of a grasp on my emotions yet, and I hope to one day. But again, I'm really stuck in trauma time. I'm really stuck feeling like how we acted, how Jill acted at 14, 15, 16, kind of 17. Same with eating disorder stuff. I used to say, or we used to say, we thought that like our eating disorder just went away. It weirdly turned off. It just like stopped. It just stopped being an issue after the psych ward thing and before high school. And we realized that's because I was the host, and then I took a step back from hosting, and Jill came back. And Jillian has this wonderful grasp and total acceptance and understanding of body positivity and fat acceptance and stuff like that that I don't get at all. And she used to think that she was like a fraud or a liar because one day she would be like, I love my body, I love how it looks, I love how it moves, blah, like just so like the most body positive, like posting like art of like women with their rolls out on the beach, like sweet stuff. That I approve of. I'm not like, I have internalized fat phobia towards myself. And she has taught me all this, you know, like even 2 years ago I would not even be saying this because I didn't fucking understand it. But yeah, I struggle with the eating disorder stuff still, unfortunately. We have an active diagnosis of eating disorder not otherwise specified, which I didn't even know. And like the littlest one, the 6-year-old, does not feel any borderline symptoms at all. She's just like a kid. And that doesn't mean she doesn't have it. I don't really totally believe in saying like one alter has BPD and one alter has like whatever. I think that's kind of tricky territory to start speaking that way. But yeah, definitely some of us are affected by it more than others. Someone asked, how's your experience on social media so far? It must be hard separating yourself from the platform Jillian generally runs. And this was a while ago. This was March 24th. It depends on the platform. Depends on the platform. Obviously, everyone, I feel like everyone who's an open DID system online gets some amount of shit. And because I already had, you know, people that knew of us and disliked us, it was bound to be a bit of a kaboom, and people still comment to me about it, and they're like, it's about, they'll be like, the cake, and I'm like, oh my god, does it really have to be a big thing? Holy. So it's been up and down, but the people that have been really sweet and accepting have been absolutely wonderful. The people that didn't know what DID was and are learning now and being accepting are like so amazing. We had to leave TikTok, or we didn't leave TikTok. We left TikTok for a couple weeks and then decided we're just gonna post and go singlet Sona because holy shit, TikTok is synonymous and very associated with DID, and not just DID, but fake claiming, mental illness, mental disorder fakers. And the fact that like DID and TikTok are fucking grouped together in like the Google search sphere or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just fucking exhausting because I would just post a random post and it would be like JERRICK, he, him. And I would get people that were finding me on their For You page who had never seen me or Jillian or, you know, Pixie. They have not seen us, no Pixie Lock before. And they immediately jump to, oh, another DID faker. Because I have eyeliner? Because I'm, like, younger than 25? Because I have colored hair? Like, just exhausting. Because I have the capacity to make a TikTok. It's really, really embarrassing to think that way. But we've been a lot happier since making that decision. And I can still post, and just the people that know us still seem to like know what we're talking about, and we can still talk about parts without people being nasty, because again, people that just stumble across it assume I'm talking about probably like, I don't know, my aunt or something. So anyway, that's been a good, healthy change. TikTok doesn't benefit me in any way, so it's not like a loss. Like, I don't need to be TikTok famous in any way. I just like making memes with sounds because it's addicting and it's quick, and I don't know, the vibes of TikTok are kind of fun, but it is the most cutthroat comment section I've ever seen online, and I've been doing this shit for a long time. Anyway, I should probably cut that off there. I've restarted this filming like 4 times, which means I've been filming for over an hour, which is insane. Thank you for watching this. I hope it was okay. It was really weird, again, for me. I'm really struggling to like look at the lens, again, because it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's not me. It's like, it's a pretty decent attempt at like a cosplay of me. And I just hate that feeling. But it's okay. And I don't want to make her feel like shit because I have those issues, you know. Getting too deep at the very end. Anyway, I was gonna say I love you, but I don't even know you. if you want me to come back and do anything else, let me know. I have like a whole closet area, walk-in closet type thing that is somewhat sort of kind of my area. I could do like a wardrobe closet tour. I don't know. I could do an outfit of the day. I don't know. Or I could go away and I would not be offended. I can for sure leave. Anyway, yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Don't know what the outro is. Bye. Cool.